the times I've come to Franciscan, the hospitality is palpable.
Yes.
There's not a single young person that I encountered who did not either say hello or good morning, whatever, which is rare, right? In
Yes.
most universities, there's that anonymity. They're kind of in their own world. That's
Right.
not the case at Franciscan. Right? It's
No.
not the case at all. So, I mean, what do you see? I'm just curious. One other question, if you don't mind. What do you see as their greatest need if you had to kind of diagnose them as a group? Because obviously everybody's different, but like
Right.
generally speaking, what is their
Yes.
greatest need? You think?
Sure. Right now, Bishop Frank, well, let me say two things. One thing's very practical, and that is since COVID, it really was like a torpedo hit on our educational system. And so the kids that we've been having coming up uh, past COVID are really have deficits educationally because of the couple of lost years there. So that is a real issue, having to try to bring them up to speed on just academic basics. The other thing, Bishop, I'd say is our young people these days need structure, and they're hungry for it. They need to know the firm truths. They need guidelines, guidance, direction, boundaries, and they're hungry for it. And that's why you see a lot of young people are being attracted to some of the older traditions of the church because they realize that we've been sold a bill of goods with a lot of modern culture, and they're hungry for something that's stable, that you can build on, that can give them a sense of security and certainty. And we're seeing these conversions to Catholicism too, even in popular culture, and that's the modern generation looking for
Hmm.
direction in a age that has lost its
Hmm.
head and is
Hmm.
just doing
Hmm.
crazy
Hmm.
stuff.
So that's a great paradox, isn't it? It's a
Hmm.
paradox in so much as the world, the secular world, says freedom is lived by being liberated from all rules, structures, regulations. It's do whatever you want whenever you want it. And it creates slavery.
Right.
And those who accept the structure that comes from the Lord find freedom. It's
Yes.
the irony of the modern world that they don't get.
Right. It's absolutely the case.
Right.
It's like the pianist who's free is the one who has trained on all the scales and all the arpeggios, and then they can get down, they can play everything because they've had that training in the discipline and the order. And that's kind of the paradox that when we submit to the order and the training of the
Mhm.
Lord, we end up becoming free and being able to do whatever we want because we want what's good and true and beautiful.
Mhm.